Yay! We have another Russian Badger video. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? Halo, you bimbo. Okay, I gave Twitch chat the choice of either having Fallout or Halo. Everybody wanted Fallout. So we're doing Fallout. Everybody loves a bit of Fallout anyway. Especially New Vegas. Look at this nonsense. Look at this. Fallout New Vegas. I have never played it. Apparently, it's the one game that every single person of my category should be playing. As a sign of recognition or something. And I get that it's like the best of the Fallout games, but I've never actually played it.
Always bring me whiskey and wine.
Oh yeah, my jam. My jam. My jam.
Everything she do just right. When I say what you want to do, she say it's just one thing that I want from you. A little bit of rock. A little bit of roll.
Oh yeah, that's their thing, aren't they?
A little bit of roll. A little bit of rock. A little bit of roll.
Okay, so how many of you guys want to take a bet that Russian Badger has modded the absolute crap out of his game? I'm gonna guess there are gonna be Shrek mods, big titty anime mods, there's gonna be every head explode mods, because the thing that makes any Bethesda game worth its grain in salt is how many mods you can slap into it. By its own merit, it's fine, I'm sure, but we all know that these games are always made substantially better by the mods. Whether it's comfort of life or that.
Controlling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Spoiler warning, New Vegas has an
And
incredible
yes, I
story,
know
and it's a shame
it's
to
not made by
ruin the spoiler,
Bethesda.
so consider this
I
a
know
fair
this one was
warning.
Obsidian, which is probably why it was
Welcome
the
to New
best
Vegas,
one.
a wonderful place that makes
second you
fuck
give-
the NCO.
The second you take responsibility away from Bethesda, you actually get good shit. But the point still stands. It's that, you know, series of games where modding is the par for the course.
Welcome to New Vegas, a wonderful place that makes you say, "That's Vegas, baby." Have you ever
Hell
seen
yeah.
a man use nuclear weapons in close quarters combat?
Hey guys, why are they just giving us footage of actual New Vegas? Like, why are they just giving us footage of modern Vegas? I thought this was meant to be about Fallout. Why is this just regular Vegas? Ha 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 ha. Easy joke. Smile.
That's Vegas, baby. You ever murdered somebody just so you could take a 1-hour nap in their filthy cock?
That's Vegas, baby. Oh my god,
That's
look at the eye. Look at the eye. Talk about Gibbs.
Vegas, baby. You ever seen someone covered in pitch, set on fire, and tossed into the Grand Canyon only to somehow crawl out and survive?
We can't expect God to do all the work.
Jesus fucking
Oh.
Christ.
A man literally too angry to die.
That's Vegas, baby. But enough of the empty chatter. How about we start getting somewhere?
The time for talk is past. The Lord's work must be done.
Fallout New Vegas is the story
You
of a
cannot
courier
escape the
delivering a mysterious
Lord.
package to the New Vegas
only-
Strip that's robbed by a charismatic gangster and left
The
to
only
die
deity
in
that's
the
better
Mojave
than the
wasteland.
Lord are these thighs. We worship theocracy here.
Fortunately, a man by the name of Doc Mitchell digs the lead out of your brain, picks up the pieces,
Yay!
and puts you back
I
together
didn't need
like
that in
Humpty
there
Dumpty,
anyway.
introducing you to
To be
characters.
fair, having that lead lodged in my brain added a few extra wrinkles. Like, I went from being in the minus count for wrinkles to actually having wrinkles.
Character creation.
I hope you don't mind.
The
but I
forbidden
had to go
chiropractic
rooting
surgery.
around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out.
Special stats come first in the form of strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence,
And yet-
agility,
and
and
yet-
luck.
and
Each
yet-
making you good.
That surgery, the success of that surgery means that fucking this Fallout apocalyptic wasteland dystopian future has a better success rate and treating of their patients than the NH fucking S. We truly do live in a society.
Good or bad at certain things on a scale from 1 to 10. You got 10 agility, that makes you the deadliest gunslinger this side of the
Yo,
Mississippi.
Hellgamer, thank you for the reset, dude.
You got 1 charisma? Well, negotiating with you has got to be the most awkward and infuriating interaction two human beings can have.
Just give me some goddamn medics and fuck off, will you?
Because I'm a
rude.
bumbling moron and play video games like a fucking ape, I said to hell with the balance allocation they suggest and went straight up Lord Death.
Listen. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's all understand for
games like
just a
fucking
moment
ape. I said
that if you are playing any game with this kind of stat weighting, if you are not putting all of your points into charisma, so you can literally riz your pants off and chat the pants off of everyone you're talking to, you're not doing it right. You should be able to literally swag your way out of every situation. Why would you ever need bullets if just by your mere presence they're willing to drop their pants in submission?
To hell with the balance allocation they suggest and went straight up Lord Death of Murder Mount. 10 strength, 7 endurance, 10 agility, and 10 luck.
Okay,
God,
but doing the average Dark Souls 3 build, I mean, that's totally fair as well. Haha, strength build go burr.
All right, let's state the obvious. There's something wrong with me.
I am Hercules' bigger cousin Strong, with tough as nails endurance, walks on water agility, and two-headed coin flip lucky. If I so much as breathe on an organism in the Mojave, you better believe it'll end in a critical hit with enough force to overthrow a small government.
What's eyesight, guys? What's up, dude?
I don't know. Do you? However,
okay, I suppose there's like two ends of the spectrum. Yes, you could go all charisma. You either go all charisma and negotiation, or you go pure balls to the wall murder. There's no in between. It's either one or the other. You either riz the pants off your enemy and make them believe that even you committing a murder in front of them was a senile accident, or you prove the point of having the ability to convince an enemy of being dead with your kindness of your words and the gun you found.
Also means that I have the perception of a deaf bat, the charisma of a misanthrope, and intelligence so low that calling me dumber than a fucking brick is perfectly accurate.
Wait, you're as dumb as a brick? Dude, that's too much of a high bar for me. Yo, can you not flex? Dude, some of us aren't happy with you flexing like that. I have to put up with being as dumb as a VTuber. And that's a pretty low bar. Fucking flexing.
Pretty dumb, huh?
These base stats are complemented by skills, which are heavily influenced by where you put your special points. Like,
hey,
remember
Pokey,
my
thank you very much for the
agility?
resub, dude.
That means
34
jacked
months.
guns and jacked sneak. Remember my 1 charisma that makes my speech and barter barely resemble that of a sentient human being? I'm so...
At that point, you sound like the average tier 3 sub to Amaranth.
So terrifying, yet so lacking in social skills, even the most basic conversation probably feels like a hostage negotiation.
Well,
Yeah, average tier 3 sub to
Again,
Amaranth.
Lord Death of Murder Mountain, which means specking guns, sneak, and explosives so I can exterminate any life form I come into contact with, from the tiniest praying mantis to the saltiest powder gang. Take this, you stupid
Oh my
fucking
god.
bug.
Wait, you can freaking do that to the bugs?
Powder gangers rule! Special points and skill points
Oh my god,
are
that's
added
freaking
out by
beautiful.
traits, which
I will
just
have to play this
adore.
eventually,
Because
I
on
swear.
one hand, you can pick something pragmatic like built to destroy, which gives you a higher critical hit chance.
It is kind
but
of
your
weird
weapons
looking at
wear out
a
faster.
Russian badger video that doesn't have a Heavenly Father in it or something.
His arms fell off. But on the other, you can pick some shit like my favorite, Wild Wasteland, which enables bizarre events to occur, like taking some dicey drugs and fighting a fucking Yaogwai that's on fire. Have at it, you stupid son of a bitch.
Take drugs, kill a bear.
Did we really get an eat ass, chew grass quote from a Fallout game that came out 15 years ago?
What?
Thanks for the 100 biddies.
There's an actual flaming Yaogwai? What the fuck?
Oh, look, a random hype train, whatever show.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
you
one. Once
bastard.
you're done choosing who you want to be and enter the Mojave, VATS is the next big one you gotta learn. Because 90%...
Hey guys, I think I've just reminded myself why I don't want to play this game. I'm not arachnophobic, but that makes my skin crawl.
of staying alive in the wasteland is making sure everything else around you is dead.
But you know what the funny thing is, though? That makes my skin crawl, but this is the average Australian experience. Like, that's just a normal day in Australia to them.
The Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, or VATS, is the tightest shit ever. I fucking love VATS because it allows you to freeze time Dio style and choose exactly where you want to shoot and the probability of hitting your target. Watch this center mass. It's not mandatory. You don't have to use it. You can just blast things away like you would in any other shooter.
Oh god, that's like gibbing in Team Fortress 2.
Don't taunt me, Gecko. Personally, I use it every chance I get. Just the combination of precise shots, the slow motion, and some of the hilarious outcomes, I just can't help myself. Oh,
Down, boy, down.
You can select
Didn't say in how
multiple
many
targets.
pieces.
You can be choosy about body parts, like hitting someone's right arm to knock a weapon out of their hand, or someone's legs so they can't flee, especially if that person just won the lottery.
This is some Rust RP levels of
I
bullshit.
feel bad about using the 40 mil for this.
Yes, cripple their legs so they can't run away when you then cannibalize them.
I don't. That was tight as hell. It's not perfect because even if you're extremely close to a target with near perfect accuracy, sometimes you can accidentally vibe check the wrong person. Whoa, no, not shooting Kachino. Thank you very much. Yes, we are shooting Kachino.
Oh no, Kachino!
Sometimes VATS is just too accurate.
Guys, it wasn't me, I promise, it was the VATS.
Consistent, but a snafu with dynamite proved me very wrong. Rise and shine, Captain Parker.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's okay.
No problem, guys. No problem. Don't worry about it.
I just found 2 in a row. Oh shit, everyone's away now. I'm not gonna buy that.
Oh, damn. That.
Oh god.
The true end boss, a metal pipe.
Dynamite, my heart was in the right place because what I was fighting for was totally worth it. A bed. Just like VATS, beds are absolutely critical.
Yeah, this is definitely a representation of the NHS. I too would have to use TNT to be able to get a bed on the day that I'm ill. Oh, you get ill in England? That's a shame. Guess you might die.
To your survival because the wasteland is full of scary shit that takes your health away and breaks down your.
You say scary, but most of the internet say sexy. I've seen what furries have done to these death claws. They did not deserve that, you damn monster fuckers.
Limbs, especially if you.
What am I saying? I've literally drawn fucking female death claws with fat tits.
Landmines as a primary weapon. Hey, wake up, Frank. Wake up, Frank. But if you sleep in a bed, even for just an hour, you regain all of your health and all of your broken limbs are magically fixed. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's worth cutting someone's head off with a switchblade.
You damn well know it is, baby! That's how you wind down at the end of the day.
That critical. Final word of advice here is to always check if there's an open bed before you kill anybody. Because I've slaughtered entire tents of people and taken naps next to corpses only to realize there was an open bed right next to me.
That's just happenstance.
Want to take a nap.
Nothing wrong with that in a post-apocalyptic world.
With those basics covered, it's time to make our way to New Vegas so we can find that bastard Benny and figure out why some stupid platinum chip was worth blowing someone's head off.
We're afraid of death claws, but death claws are afraid of the internet after what the internet's done to them.
Important shit out. So remember that my advice is meaningless and time is a flat circle.
There's more to it, but we don't have the time. By which I mean, you don't.
On the road to New Vegas, I prefer to trust absolutely no one because the wasteland is never as it seems. See that nice old lady running the motel with the giant dinosaur? Well,
yeah, she's
she
fine.
just sold someone's wife into slavery.
Oh.
Wow, Jeannie Mae, you negotiated the sale of a person and only got 1,000 caps? Killing everyone that doesn't explicitly offer value to you is a wonderful policy.
I would have paid. I would have paid like
I'm concerned,
50.
this wasteland belongs to me, and the weak should fear the
But
strong.
I'm no judge of character, so.
Best to accept it.
Upside here, looting is a dream because robbing a corpse is a far.
I know you're looking at it, because I'm looking at it. Damn. Damn. Baby got some udders.
Far smoother experience than bartering with a living being, and who knows, you might just get lucky and find a mysterious big iron that has sound effects.
Thank you for the gifted sub.
Yeehaw, chuckle fucks.
He got big iron on his hips. Yeehaw.
Everyone that you haven't killed yet hates your guts. Oh man, do people ever think you're
Why
an
did I mention female death claws? Now my entire chat talking about big titty death claws. God damn it.
The NCR has declared you a terrorist.
I love it. I love my community. I love the standard I've set.
Shot on sight. It's about fucking time, fellas. I'll get to these various tribes in due time. All I'm saying is you have choices. Be good, be evil, kill nobody, kill everybody.
Oh, that's why I love these kind of games. Like, as antiquated and as uninnovative as most Bethesda-styled games are, you can always enjoy a game that allows you to have the idea of power fantasy. Like, having that option to, like, well, I could play the main story, or I could turn into the Ronald Reagan of this universe and decide to enslave everyone into a communistic dictatorship that I mandate. And then you completely forget that the main story's there, and after 700 hours, you're like, oh yeah, I was supposed to save my son, wasn't I?
Hear that?
We have options.
My destiny was to confront Benny at the Tops Casino on the New Vegas Strip and figure out why the hell that platinum chip was so goddamn important. But just before I did, I was reminded of why my seemingly dumbass build is so damn brilliant thanks to maxing out sneak. You see, none of these casinos on the Strip want a bumbling wastelander walking into the joint with all kinds of dangerous weapons, so they make you check them at the door to avoid any violence.
Check it,
but if
baby.
your sneak stat is high, you can fit an arsenal in the door, no problem. I can get weapons past the guards, no problem.
You might. One fella I knew was able to slip a pistol past the guards. You? I'm guessing you could get a machine gun by them.
Hey, sir, welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over any weapons you might be carrying.
Is that Matt Mercer? Is that freaking Matt Mercer? That sounds like Matt Mercer.
Sure, here you go.
Smooth and easy, just the way I like it.
Okay, so they didn't find 2 357s, a 44 Magnum, 2 10mm pistols, 3 9mm pistols, a combat knife, 8 6 to dynamite, a frag grenade, 3 more 6 to dynamite, a mysterious Magnum, a silence 22, spike knuckles, a switchblade, and a tire iron. Sneak is broken.
Sneak is either broken or your anal cavity is so much larger than what they were expecting.
I'm gonna repair all this, by the way. Don't have an aneurysm. This allows you to kill Benny any way you like. I was surprised he didn't perish from a heart attack the moment he laid eyes on me still breathing.
What in the goddamn...
I shot you in the head. I got better.
Dynamite. Hell, you can even let him flee for the time being and kill him later over and over again when his hands are tied, thanks to the joy of quick saving.
Now you're talking. That is the ring-a-ding move, baby.
Yeah, you better believe that Benny starts sweating when you hit the F5 key.
Some of the slaves have been spreading still.
Truth is,
it was great from the start.
I'm gonna hit him a few more times just so he doesn't come back like I did. Did I really just march halfway across the Mojave to kill Benny with a tire iron? You're damn right.
A fair kill.
With a tire iron? Oh, can you actually crucify him?
You sick, vindictive fuck. Happy now, you twisted bum?
I still feel like tire iron.
It's not a war crime if there's no civilization to have war with.
Is the best. It is always the best. And if you think killing Benny is the climax of your New Vegas crusade, ooh baby, are you ever ring-a-ding wrong. I'm not talking about Maria, the pistol that he shot you in the face with that you get to use however you like. Truth is, Remy, the game is rigged. I'm not talking about his ace checkered suit that I primarily use to get discounts at gun runners. This robot is giving me a 2% discount
at least you got
because I'm wearing a
swag.
checkered suit. I'm
The
talking about that mysterious platinum chip that cracks
It's not a war crime if you're not in the army. True,
V-Quid.
True.
To know why.
What the fuck do you think, asshole?
Apparently, the man after this platinum chip you were carrying when Benny blew your head
Yeah,
off
because isn't this the whole, like, this is the whole thing, right? If you go and just do the main quest, it takes, like, maybe 2 or 3 hours. But the entire point of playing, like, a Bethesda-style Skyrim, Elder Scrolls game, you don't really want to do the main story. You need to kind of explore everything. Also, I love the fact this guy was voiced by Otto from Deep Space Nine.
House, the mastermind running the New Vegas
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And we're under 10 hours, let's go!
By the time I was
fun.
30 years old, I was a billionaire 30 times over. I founded and ran a vast economic empire.
Mr. House.
Do you think I'm going to let an upstart come into my home and ransom my property to me? I spent 2 centuries searching for the platinum chip. It's my invention, my property, mine! Now be
Mold, Seath, anger. Yeah.
a good courier and deliver.
Molding!
And he's angry for a reason, because his position of
I mean,
power
I'd be
comes
angry if
from
I got
his
digitized.
Spiritron. You know those big blue robot guys that can either kill you on sight or become your cowboy best friend?
Howdy, partner. Welcome to New Vegas.
Well, that platinum chip you're carrying contains an update to their operating system that turns them from ordinary foot soldiers capable of small arms fire into missile-blasting, grenade-launching behemoths ready to vaporize any adversary into dust.
Behold, for the first time, secure.
That doesn't sound like something you want to put into the wrong hands. Yeah, that sounds like a very easy way to start a Skynet overthrow. You want Skynet? Because this is how you get Skynet.
Spiritron's running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Spiritron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer range.
Oh. Aldina, thank you for $15. Oh,
And back
wow,
about
guys.
10 hours sent with love free.
What do you mean? What do you mean? We're just about to get down below 10 hours for the very first time, Heldina. You must be blind or something. We've never been below 10 hours before.
Army is currently running Windows XP, and you were carrying a licensed version of Windows 10, and that's not even the
Windows 10?
part. Benny modified his own.
Dude, I might as well be running on Windows XP at this point.
Man to help him steal the Platinum chip, overthrow Mr. House, commandeer his Securitron army, and shoot him out of the New Vegas Strip. Though I think Benny would put it differently.
Baby, getting outplayed and getting cheated ain't the same thing.
Yes Man is willing to tell you all of this because he is unable to say no.
Try and tell that to your ex-wife.
Doesn't mean anything anymore, but he is literally a yes man.
But hey, not my fault I can't say no.
I love this guy because he politely lays out your options for shaping the future of Vegas and forces you to finally decide whose side you're on, leading up to the final showdown for all the Mojave marbles at Hoover.
Yes, he must have done this in Gmod. That is certainly not a Fallout character. This guy looks like he's about ready to join Black Mesa.
Damn.
We shall see how brave you are when nailed to the walls of Hoover Dam. Your body facing west so you may watch your world die.
On one side, you've got the New California Republic, or NCR, representing
I still like that
all
they
the
edited this
values
with
like
Gmod and everything.
democracy, taxes, and the rule of law.
Source engine, sorry.
Kind of small. Fuck the NCR.
What the?
Oh my god, the NCR is
They have an ion cannon?
Because even as the good guys, they make it impossible to like them with how condescending and pedantic they are, especially when it comes to violence.
This is NCR property. And
you're literally in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
We do as we please here, and it would please us if you got the hell off our lawn.
Why is the human condition always to be a pedantic asshole? Eventually. Fucking, are you kidding me?
Into slavery. I'm not even kidding. They are such chicken shit cowards. Like, they are so terrified of the Legion crushing them at Hoover Dam, half of them are contemplating suicide.
The Legion breaks through our defenses. I got one bullet I'm saving just for me.
If the Legion breaks through our defenses, I got one bullet I'm saving just for me. If the Legion breaks through our defenses, I got one bullet I'm saving just for me.
Wouldn't want to be a NCR therapist, that's for certain.
Shut the fuck up. They're dumber than I am. And as a reminder, I have sub-brick intelligence. Like, who should we put in charge of a vital solar power
Some of us
plant?
wish we could have sub-brick intelligence.
Fantastic, with no experience whatsoever.
That scientist we hired has got to be the dumbest asshole I've ever come across.
They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said...
Okay, you say that he's dumb? You hired him. You were stupid enough to hire someone and get bamboozled by somebody who said theoretical degree.
Said welcome aboard. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats. And it feels so good.
The Legion, on the other hand, absolutely
like...
And the shootouts you witness between these two rival factions tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Damn, does the Legion ever crush the NCR? They just...
I'm glad you dropped by. I really am. It's made my day.
You like that?
But wait, don't they propagate slavery and crucify anyone that defies their will?
I realized that out of context, that phrase right there for nobody, if you didn't know this was a Fallout video, you'd be like, ah, so they're talking about Florida.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross. Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Oh, now they're talking about VTube. It's cool.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Degenerates like you belong
hey now. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of degeneracy.
Slavery, it's taxes. The worst kind of slavery.
Eat the
so
rich.
when I say Awe, you say
true to Kaiser.
As evil as they may be, at least they're not pretending like the NCR is, talking mad shit for having no real fighting prowess.
That's true. Better to be a real person than pretend that you're something you're not.
When words aren't backed by strength.
Our roads to NCR are hung with the
I'm the
bodies
most cynical
of
person
those
you ever
who
meet.
attempted to negotiate with us.
That's the kind of acting non-verba ethos I can get behind. Sure, the Legion might be a little intense, but at least they...
I think Obsidian did a really good job with that, actually, because, like, it's a subversion of expectations, right? You play a game and you would assume that the faction that says they're the good guys, the people you run into first that are quote-unquote the patriarchy, as it were, you're assuming that the people who are in charge have your best interests in mind. And then Obsidian are like, actually, you know what? They're kind of dicks. Have you heard of the Kaiser, though? I think that's kind of why Fallout is a little bit like Warhammer. Nobody is good. Everyone is just different shades of shit.
Treat me like an equal and have conviction in what they're pursuing.
That's the role play. You can be the bad guy.
Until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
The good of the NCR or the bad of the Legion aren't your only choices either, because Mr. House is always an option, a very corporate, tyrannical option to hand the keys to the Mojave.
Like, thinking about it? Thinking about it. In the entirety of Fallout New Vegas, I'm pretty sure that the Mr. Thingy here is like the only guy that could be considered like lawful neutral. Like, you know that you're in a very screwed dystopian future when the best option for quote-unquote goodness is the lawful neutral.
But I guess when your other choices are cowards or slavers, it's not so bad.
My army will do what an army does best. Defend territory from invaders and maintain order.
But
this guy's the only person you run into, I think, that has the global
yes man. He'll help you take the keys in the Mojave
area
by
in
stealing the
best interest in mind.
for yourself.
An army like that should be enough to defend
Like
Vegas.
all of the other like quote unquote end game options from what I've seen ends up being like, how can we make this situation worse? In what flavor can we make this worse? Can we set off a nuke? Do we decide to impose a tyrannical oversight? Do we make VTubers the patriarchy? Like, all of the options, except for Mr. House, end in some kind of catastrophical societal dystopian demise. Huh.
Hello there.
Everstar,
That
thank you for
way,
the follow.
you get to murder the belittling Mr. House and conquer the wasteland with a friendly face. And before you say, you can't just kill Mr. House because a robot told you.
Same energy as Doom Eternal.
You can't just blow a hole in the surface of Mars.
Watch me.
Observe. How did I lose karma for that? He was already a vegetable. I'm just making a mashed potato. No matter which path you take, you're forced to familiarize yourself with the smaller tribes of the Mojave to determine whether you want their help in the Battle of Hoover Dam or exterminated for their lack in cooperation.
If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or if a
I
tribe
will say
is
those
nasty, or going to
options
be a
as well
problem,
probably
go
end up
ahead
being the
and
reason why people have 5,000 hours in this game. Like, if you are somebody who plays this kind of thing properly, you will easily have 5,000 hours in a Fallout or Skyrim game. The first 1,000 hours is doing all the side quests, the main quests, and the flavor of the game. The other 4,000 hours is modding the shit out of the game until your character represents a anthropomorphic My Little Pony character with tits bigger than their head. Moddability really does extend the life of a game exponentially.
Terminate it. It's whatever you want to do.
If I can't play Skyrim or Fallout whilst being a sexy anthro My Little Pony character riding on the back of a X-Wing fighter whilst fighting Thomas the Tank Engine, Alduin, it ain't worth playing. I want to have that same level of internet desensitization with my games as I do with my internet experience.
Because they're terrified of anything foreign to them, labeling outsiders as savages, and you gotta make it through an artillery barrage if you even want to talk to them.
They must be a really nasty people. I haven't heard a single good thing about them.
Can I just say, this is by far the most accurate artillery barrage that I've ever seen. Like, this is not the way that artillery works.
Also, you really then realize that this entire game is just an allegory for modern America. This isn't even satire. It's just an allegory. Like, welcome to the modern world, but with different cosmetics.
How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
I didn't run through all that artillery to hear your stupid question.
They were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades.
Thanks, child.
Flamethrowers. It was neat.
Yes, young Pete. Burning people with flamethrowers. Neat. Sure, they're intolerant, but they taught me this field trip to meet other tribes wasn't just so I could check a box of exterminate or
I do like
don't
some dystopian
exterminate,
apocalypses
because if
there.
you help them out, they can have a big impact at Hoover Dam. So fine, boomers, I'll fix your stupid plane and make
Exactly,
your dreams
Chaos
come true.
Joker. This isn't even a dystopian future or an apocalypse. This is just modern America. Kids are like, ah yes, flamethrowers, thank you.
Savages.
Can you dial it back on that word?
Yeah, this is just modern Florida.
You just get savages. The great cons are hilarious because everybody makes fun of them for being filthy drug traffickers that live in tents.
The cons are just, they're a dirty people. They live in tents like animals, and they're very rude.
So, like every Glastonbury
you can
festival.
Deal with them diplomatically to win their favor, but I've never tried that option. 22%. Can I hit
It's
that?
not worth the bullets, honestly.
Oh, I can hit that. You know what's even better than killing drug traffickers? Killing drug traffickers on their own product. I'm so high off of Psycho right now. Diplomatic efforts are better spent on the Brotherhood of Steel, because if you run their silly errands, they can hook you up with special power armor training. To
when I played Fallout 4, the only decision I made was based on the fact that I wanted cool power armor. Literally, my entire playthrough of Fallout 4 was derived on my urgent need to wear the metallic exoskeleton of Iron Man. And yet, it is probably the most boring plotline you can follow in the entire thing. I mean, sure, you get to summon a giant robot. Sure, you get to be an overarching, like, societarial menace. But did they really need existing? Did they really need their legs? I'm just saying. Also, blimp. Don't forget the blimp.
Got that platinum drip. By the way, if you think that T-51 is cooler than T-45, you are actually psychotic. And I'm not going to recommend that you pickpocket the heavy hitters and initiate their bunker self-destruct sequence once you've got the training in your hands. But yoink, yoink. I'll take that. Are you sure you would like to initiate the self-destruct? Yes. You can kill me all you want. I've already won. I've already won. It's already too late. I bet you regret putting that explosive collar on me now, assholes. Good. That's one less loose end.
Consider them forgotten, along with the projections that predict they'll be our biggest enemy. Forgotten.
Not all the tribes are out in bumblefuck either. You've also got to make
be ready
contact
if they
with some
don't
of the
exist anymore.
families running other prominent casinos on
atoms.
the strip. So even if you already know you want them exterminated, you at least have to look at them in the face before you kill them, Benny style.
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink.
It's very easy to forget that this is the dude that starts
that run a giant whorehouse called Gomorrah deserve to be wiped off the face of the earth. Not just because they kill hookers, not because they're stockpiling arms, but because they're complete pieces of shit. And it takes like 3...
you know, in the post-apocalyptic future, cannibalism is a societal norm. It's fine. We can look past... You know what, guys? We can look past the cannibalism. We can look past the illegal stockfire of arms. But they didn't pay their taxes, and the IRS doesn't take shit.
Pickpockets to dismantle their whole operation.
What the fuck are you looking at?
The fuck are you looking at?
What the fuck are you looking at?
I hear you've been asking questions about me, dickweed. What the fuck do you want? I don't give half a dick.
Damn, it feels like I just walked into a Denny's.
Get the fuck out of my face before I burn your sorry ass.
And I will take that off your hands.
Where the fuck did you get that? Okay, listen, buddy. That's some dangerous shit you got there. That book can get me killed if the wrong people see it. Let's talk. What do you want?
Just like that,
I want your
all
respect.
your guns are gone. And as much as I'd love to tell you that I had an elaborate way of destroying Kachino and his cronies, you already saw how that ended. Yes, we are shooting Kachino.
Kachino went...
The White Glove Society at the Ultralux are by far the worst liars I have ever come across. When people proactively scream at you, we're not cannibals, we swear. You
by
better
the
believe
way,
that
as a little caveat, just so you know, this is the kind of editing style that I'm going to be using for my main channel when I start making content again, once the Donathon's over. Which, by the way, we're under 10 hours. Yeah.
Time.
I look forward to
The
it.
White Glove Society has never and will never consume human flesh for any reason.
You know, once I end up reviewing this
We definitely don't eat people, she said, rubbing some man sauce away from her face.
footage, I feel like I can tell you exactly what she meant by saying those words.
The White Glove Society will consume human flesh for any reason. We do not engage in cannibalism here under any circumstances.
Oh no, this is another one that's just too perfect to pass up.
We engage in cannibalism here under any circumstances.
It gets even better once you press them on it, like, why do so many people disappear while staying at your hotel? And they're like, what? We hired a private investigator to solve that mystery. Go ask him about it.
This is the same energy as Blizzard investigating themselves for money fraud and in-house problems. Yeah, okay, we get that you think we're all a bunch of touchy no-no people, but we're gonna do an investigation. Yeah, we did an investigation of ourselves and we didn't find any problems.
Dead in his room.
I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room for as long as it took for him to be satisfied.
Oh, really? Yo, holy shit, he dead! And the White Glove Society sends a bunch of dudes in tuxedos to fight a man in power armor. Great idea. Their latest victim is the son of this rancher named Heck Gunderson, and he is definitely worth rescuing.
Literally sounds like a VTuber name or some streamer on Twitch. Yeah, dude, I'm Heck Gunderson. You can always heck and subscribe for tier 3, baby. Heck and yeah, you heck.
In the basement. Not only because of the conversation you get to have with the chef.
Who the fuck do you think?
He looks like a well-aligned person. A man with shoulders that broad? Definitely trustworthy.
I am. I'm the fucking god of New Vegas Brahmin fusion cuisine, that's who. No, that doesn't even give me the credit I deserve. I fucking invented edible food. Do you like eating?
The only way they would have made this better is if he was voiced by Hannibal Lecter. Freaking Anthony Hopkins.
Keep talking shit. Not only because you get to feel the adrenaline rush of fighting 15 cannibals at once. No, run away, kid.
Italians be like that, dude. Oh my god.
Not only
Italians are like that if you ask for
Marjorie's
ketchup.
Stupid head off, and even the maitre d' if you feel so inclined. What the fuck?
Oh. That seems a bit much.
Such a strong head. Oh shit. Degenerates like you belong on. But because once you do get him back to his dad.
I can now see why in the early 2000s people thought video games made people violent.
He shoots up the whole casino in a fit of rage and cuts off the entire food supply to the New Vegas Strip.
You want cannibalism?
Oh, shit.
That's how you start cannibalism. Ooh. Jesus!
Nailed him. Well, that does it. None of them maniacs
Clint Eastwood much?
with Heck Gunderson. Long as they live, they control the food. Well, there ain't gonna be no food. Not for anybody in this whole damn town. Let them starve. Biggest favor anyone's ever done this hellhole.
That sounds like a fantastic
idea.
Hell, there are even tinier tribes that aren't mandatory.
Only person speaking common sense is the dude with a trigger discipline problem.
What the fuck are you doing here? You got some kind of fucking death wish, asshole? Final warning, asshole. All right, asshole. You just fucked yourself.
Now, if you remove that dialogue and put it onto a Pornhub video, you could not mistake it. You would be forgiven for mistaking that for the average, you know, P-Hub dialogue. It still fits. What the fuck? Is this P-Hub or is it friggin' Fallout? Who knows?
The only annoying part about the fiends are their traps, which they end up triggering themselves most of the time. Did he just trigger his own trap? Oh, you
Oh dear.
God. Oh god, she definitely tripped it. She definitely.
See, this is the kind of thing. Imagine you set off one of those grenades and it auto-saves. Dude. I cannot tell you the amount of games that I've ended up in a death cycle because I end up dying to some like timed grenade of sorts. It saves right before the grenade goes off and it gets sent back and just die every time.
It's even worse that these traps defy the laws of time and space. Like one time I triggered a trap and a second before it exploded, I escaped outside and thought I was safe. Little did I know that the timeline inside this building freezes once you leave it. So no matter how long I spent outside, that grenade was
you ain't going back in.
away from exploding on the inside. On top of that, New Vegas saves anytime you enter a building.
No, guys, I didn't pre-watch this. Fucking, are you kidding me? Why is it that I'm able to predict this shit? Like, a minute before it gets talked about. Oh, what the f... Dude, this is not pre-watched. God damn it.
So I was now auto-saved.
You know what? It's gamer brain.
It's
absolutely gamer brain.
About to explode, which eventually formed an infinite loop of dying to a grenade, loading the autosave, and dying to that same grenade. And
I suppose it's like, if you are gamer-pilled enough to the point where you start thinking that, it must be the thought process that everybody thinks, right?
Oh, God. Oh, shit. What happens if I load, though? Wait, what happens when I load?
Oh my god, it's so bad but so satisfying.
Because it auto-loads.
And you know, you can feel his anger. Because he's gonna have to load a previous save now.
Fuck, man, it's gonna go on forever.
Dude, the first time this ever happened to me was in the original Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 1. And I so remember this, is when you go into the temple for the first time and you drop down a little ravine. And it saved as I jumped and then would land, and because I wasn't at full health, the fall damage killed me every single time. And the thing is, I didn't have any other save. So I had to start the entire game all over again because of that stupid death cycle.
Speaking of explosions, I don't hate the powder gangers, but for some reason they hate me. Like, their reliance on dynamite, I really admire. Why can't we be friends? I'm pretty sure all three of them just threw dynamite at me.
Solutions through explosions.
They did. Okay,
you speak their language.
Dead caravaner, we got a dead powder ganger, and what's he gonna say?
Damn, running low on smokes again.
That's the most powder ganger answer I've ever heard. The only group I didn't bulldoze on sight were the kings, because you can't do that to the king. And
oh, these guys are the Elvis Presley lookalikes, right?
Who's the king? You believe this asshole man?
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh man, I'm pretty. Thank you very much.
No matter how you choose to handle the tribes or who you choose to back in the Battle of Hoover Dam, the presidential assassination quest will always be funny. Because if you're back in the NCR, Mr. House, or Yes Man, you've got to prevent it from happening. Hey, God, that fucking scared me, dude.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? Out of all of the Skyrim, Elden Ring, Elder Scrolls games, all of these like Bethesda-style games, the only one that is universally like loved for its authenticness is the one not made by the Bethesda. Do you guys remember Outer Wilds? The game that Obsidian then made. It was definitely not Fallout, but totally Fallout. I mean, I know Skyrim is good. I know the other ones are good, but they're good for different reasons. They're not good. Like, Fallout New Vegas, the reason it's loved so much, even after all this time, is because of how much better they did with the core fundamentals, I think.
Did that ranger just get blasted off that tower? I have a quick save. I just want to see if he's going to take his head off.
Boom.
Oh, fuck. He got Oswalded. Those rangers don't give a shit. They're just standing there. Look at them.
What do we do?
You're not going to get away with it this time, you sneaky piece of shit. Oh. What?
Mr. President.
What?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
That's normal, right? I mean, I've never killed anyone, but I'm assuming that's what happens every time you murder someone, right? Just your average Bethesda moment.
Get down! What the fuck? I think his legs got stuck in the tower and his torso just didn't want to be there anymore. Should I?
That's probably gonna crash his game, right?
Just let it roam free.
That's gonna break some metric in the game, right?
Any much of a threat any longer. I think that was it. Just one guy. He's on the vertebrate.
Whirly bird! Whee! No! What the? Are you kidding me? No, I didn't know! No! How the fuck do I predict this? Dude, it's like movie telling 101. Oh my god. No, you... I need to go pee. I'm gonna run an ad break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I can't with this. I can't. Fuck.
Son of a bitch! The game was rigged from the start. This dude is so strong, he powers through save games. Like, I just quick saved, it quick loaded, and he's still here. He was around this time that I realized siding with the Legion is so much more fun, and sticking it to the dumbass NCR is just icing on the cake. Like, if I bring a missile launcher to a presidential speech and you...
Average NCR player.
Don't find it suspicious, you deserve to have your president vaporized. Do they care? don't even care that I'm whipping out a missile launcher right in front of the president. God damn.
I mean, maybe they thought he was giving it as a present.
President Kimball with real skill.
Yes, real skill.
Yes,
Missile
skill.
launcher from
Thermal
point
nuclear
blank
warfare.
range. The sole fact that Kaisar is suffering from a brain tumor and is prone to random fits of headache-induced rage makes his cause worth backing. You'll be talking about a quest and then out of nowhere. God damn it!
I expect that.
That's Tyler Lane shit.
Then. Go to. Oh, God damn it! Fuck this. I'm going to lie down.
See, that's the one scary thing. Like post-apocalypse, not having access to medicine and that kind of stuff. Oh boy, all of a sudden the common cold ain't looking too submissive anymore. Oh boy.
Interfere with me getting some sleep again, I'm going to have you killed. We will talk later.
Do it again, 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 do it again.
It's not a full-strength chapter, mind you. The profligates.
Yes. The profligates. But because the game ends once the Battle of Hoover Dam is over, it's a solid idea to explore all the Wasteland has to offer before you finish the fight. Talk shit to the NCR hit squads that force you to improve your standing with the Republic.
I will say that armor though, mwah. That armor is just peak design. Like, nothing says Wastelander like a bit of a futuristic looking gas mask with a goddamn big iron.
For the consequences. Oh no.
Since you haven't pissed yourself, I'll assume that you don't know who we are. Next time I'll bring my sickle and wear my black cloak. The NCR sends us when they want terrible things done to terrible people. You've got 3 days to improve your reputation with the NCR or we come for you without all this pleasant conversation.
Yeah, sure. You got it.
Oh, how about this?
Man, you're really scary running in the other direction. The DLC is worth checking out, and even though I only played Honest Hearts to avoid making this video 2 hours
DLC?
long, boy was it ever worth it.
Ah, damn it, ambush!
Ambush? Can I even prevent this? Oh shit! I don't think I can stop this. Yeah,
that person got to see the sights and sounds of the Grand Canyon from that ravine and that ravine all at the same time.
20, what the fuck? Yeah, they're all dead.
We are gonna have to play some New Vegas at some point. We are.
Dude, I'd highly recommend the Sneering Imperialist trait if you head to Zion, which grants you a 15% damage buff and a bonus hit in VATS against raiders, junkies, and tribals. It's basically weaponized racism, or at the very least a racism buff. And I'm not
that's
racist,
one way of looking at it. I call it selective discrimination, but sure. Highbrow vocabularium is high. Yeah, sure.
Appreciate doing 15% extra damage and having a bonus hit in VATS. What is that damage?
Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham?
If you're too dumb to speak my language, you're too dumb to talk to me. Get lost.
Scheiß.
Speaking of Joshua Graham, that's Kaisar's former right-hand man that lost the first Battle of Hoover Dam, which ended in him getting covered in pitch, set on fire, and tossed into the Grand Canyon.
I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me.
Oh.
I fell down into that dark chasm.
And you know what? Being set on fire, covered in tar and everything, you're still not as hot as I am. Wink.
The flame burned on and on.
His crispy ass is the best character in all of New Vegas, and airing out an entire canyon with his pistol pack and
I think it's about that time.
buff is some of the most fun I've ever had.
The time for talk is
time for drink.
The Lord's work must be done. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination.
While Joshua Graham is
God, I love these videos. It's like why do I need to play Fallout now? Why do I need to play Fallout? I've just seen the entire game from this perspective.
Pistol you use has less spread and is twice as likely to score critical hits.
Oh, my jam. Dance me, chat. Dance me. I don't want to set the world on fire.
He killed all white legs. You talk.
Oh.
You stop.
Whatever.
Oh, that's racist.
Joshua put a cap in General Gobbledygook here.
Oh, that's also
and once
racist.
I found my way out of Zion, it was time for the final phase of the plan. You already know what the fuck about to happen.
Vegas will fall.
The fight for Hoover Dam is radically different depending on which side you're on. Like, you can crush the NCR with something as simple as a hunting shotgun or a Garand. I can already tell this is easier. So much easier than taking on the Legion. Well, Apart from that little bit of friendly fire, this honestly feels like a bit of friendly fire.
Yes. Tactics at their finest. I know Bethesda games have never really been glorified for having good AI, but yes. I know what we'll do against axe-wielding maniacs who prefer melee combat. Let's just stand still and let them come towards us.
This honestly feels like a different difficulty. Like, these rangers fucking suck. Did I, like, drop down to very easy? What is this? I'm sorry,
Good
Ranger,
God.
but it's a wrap for you. I'm gonna keep it a stack, Trooper. It's not safe for you right now.
Damn. This is the thing, though.
Right.
The game isn't about the end. It's about what you do in between. Like, this is like quintessential Bethesda experience. You end up doing so much of the side content that by the time you get to the end, you realize you've over-leveled it by like 1,000 points. And it just becomes a cakewalk.
Fuck anything. Like, what's the point?
It's so mid-loaded.
Going up against the Legion is a whole different ballgame. That shit is tricky. I mean, not that tricky because if you slam enough Med-X, Jet, and Psycho while flat out abusing the anti-material rifle, nothing in this game is that tricky.
The Mandalorian looks at that and vibrates.
Y'all ever get so high on a drug that your bullets start doing more damage? I just love that. It's the best feature of this game.
Oh my God.
But still, fighting alongside the Legion
Absolutely
is so much
gibbed.
more fun and so much more vindicating once you get to wipe that condescending smirk off
I'd never get
General
sold.
Oliver's face.
I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that.
Courier walk the wasteland fuck? Would you like to rephrase?
I do like some high-field insults like that. Like, chat, you screen-scrolling, text-looking fuck. Yeah. I'd like that. Makes sense, doesn't it? Why are you turned on? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That was supposed to be you bunch of degenerates.
I think you're cast out enough to know my chances are pretty good.
Chances are pretty good. Just vaporized 4 Rangers. Oh, this should be good. Shut the fuck up. The highlight for me, beyond boomers dropping high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. You know what I stand corrected? That little kid Pete talking about raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages, I kind of get it now. Was the appearance of the mysterious stranger and misfortune. Basically, there's these 2 traits where there's a random chance that a man or woman will show up in vats and blast away.
God damn it. The power of the Source engine, ladies and gentlemen. Meryl from Metal Gear Solid and fucking what's-his-face from Red Dead Redemption.
A woman will show up in vats and blast away
the characters though for this.
And nothing against the mysterious stranger, but misfortune cannot be topped.
I mean, she's a redhead, of course.
Always be funny.
Oh my gosh, she's actually dressed.
Well, I guess misfortune's
That's how she's.
steal the show. Frag rounds. I'm missing all of those. Oh, misfortune.
Jesus.
It goes so far when she hits them. Don't you run away from me.
Misfortune be like,
Where's he even going? The closet? What? Okay. It seems like a weird place to... Oh, mysterious stranger, yeehaw, shut the fuck. In the closet
Yo,
of all
Six Pack,
places.
thank you for
In
following.
the fucking closet. I still feel like the 40 mil kind of sucks, but I guess it's worth trying out every now and again. Oh, misfortune, that's tight.
Ah, misfortune's the clutch.
What?
Gotta get in there.
Where
and
did that
flex.
dude's fucking body go?
Oh, he dead.
There she is again. And holy shit.
You know shit's about to get real when misfortune turns up. Rocking a big iron.
She's like a walking artillery piece. Come on out, Oliver.
Wait, you can stealth?
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Sneak attack criticals are by far the best thing in this game. Like, they just do so much fucking damage. God, dude, look at this clown. Fuck the NCR.
That's a big gun.
I don't know if the big boomer penetrates. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
This force is just gonna do the work for me. So it doesn't penetrate, but it still does a lot of damage. Is that a misfortune hit on 2 consecutive vats? Is this shit broken? Is 3 in a row possible? Could the...
Isn't that the funnest thing about these games, though? Just being able to completely bust them, abuse mechanics, and eventually become literally a deity within the game.
It's the last dude.
Become so powerful that even God himself is afraid of you.
Took Hoover Dam. God willing, Kaiser does the same shit to California because Lord knows it needs to happen.
This slaughter pleases me. Perhaps in time I will be granted the honor of conquering the land
Dude straight up sounds like Tilk from Stargate SG-1. Friggin' Kratos sounding dude. Kinda fits, I suppose.
Known as California. For now, come. We must see to the burning of the dead.
Don't forget to take a sip from your trusty
nicely.
Vault 13 canteen on the way out. You don't want to get dehydrated in the Mojave. Just sold a bunch
Today
of
is a Friday in California.
Trusty Vault 13 canteen. You take a sip from your trusty Vault 13 canteen. Just slaughtered an elderly couple.
Oh my God.
A nap in their bed. Sips from canteen. God, dude, you take a sip from your trusty Vault 13 canteen. Blows up Brotherhood of Steel bunker. Take sip from trusty Vault 13.
I love that as well. Blows up the fucking vault. All you get, you Brotherhood of Steel infamy gained. You lost karma.
Take sip from...
Oh no. Guys, it was just an accident. Ooh woo fingies.
Trusty Vault 13 canteen. You take a sip from your trusty Vault 13 canteen. I have been chugging out of this sink for the past 40 seconds to not waste a stim pack. And what am I doing while I'm chugging out of a sink? I'm taking a sip from my trusty Vault 13 canteen. And that's about it. That's all I got to say.
Fallout New Vegas though.
Pieces of shit.
Trolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
And may Kaiser rule the Mojave for all of eternity.
True to Kaiser.
Yes, man is also a solid option, but I'll stop now. It's time for this video to end.
It is, because we've turned this React Andy of a 30-minute video into an hour long. Haha, because I am a professional procrastinator. So if you guys have been watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. I feel as though it's almost mandate that everyone needs to have experienced a Skyrim game, or at least a Bethesda type game. And if you are, then I suppose New Vegas is the one to do it. What's your experiences? I mean, I might end up playing New Vegas at some point on stream. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not your mum. Anyway, I'll catch you all in the next video, guys. Bye!